For all of your sports in Lorain, keep your TV tuned to TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
And welcome to WLCS TV 20. We are featuring JV basketball action from Lorain High School. It's Lorain versus Euclid in a Lake Erie League matchup. Euclid wins the tip, so they have first possession, and they'll regain possession on an almost turnover there for deflection from Lorain. With me is my partner, Rob Polinsky, tonight.
Glad to be here with you, Cheryl. Should be fun.
Should be fun. Do we know our JV record, Rob?
I know Euclid is 9-8. I can give you the Euclid starters here if you want them. We've got starting Gary Simpson, Noah Mitchell, Devon Young, also Lamont Stewart, and Gerard Richardson are the five on the floor for Euclid.
Your Lorain starters are number 1, Marquay Black-Wright. Number 3 is Deshaun Brooks. Number 0 is Jaleel Little. Number 13, Robert Davis. And rounding out the lineup for the Titans, number 24, Walter Turner.
And we've got Davion Young at the line right now.
Rob, I think it's interesting to point out that none of the Lorain teams, neither freshman, JV, or varsity, have lost at home this year. And the first bucket's going to go to Euclid, so Euclid is up 3-0 with the free throw and the field goal, and Lorain comes back. That's Deshaun Brooks for 2. 3-2 Euclid.
That is impressive that the home court, nobody has lost a game. But I think it's interesting at every level you go up, Cheryl, is the speed of the game.
Just gets faster.
It does.
And it should. And the skill should get better. And
right.
And we should see a fun game here. Lots of pressure. It's the Lorain style and up-tempo. Deep 3 from Lorain. That's no good. That was Deshaun Brooks. Euclid up for 2 and count them. Looks like this is going to be a good one.
And that was Lamont Stewart. Titans working the ball around the perimeter.
That's Walter Davis over the top to the outside, and the ball's in. And who scored that,
That
Rabbi?
was a good backdoor cut by Marquay David Wright. He got a great feed, and Marquay David Wright was cutting in, made the basket. And we've got a timeout here for Lorain.
So it's 5-4 Euclid on top right now.
Again, the starters for Lorain: Marquay Black-Wright, Deshaun Brooks, Walter Turner, Robert Davis, and Jaleel Little. For the Euclid, you get a look at coach with the Lorain team. Lorain in the home whites. You've got Euclid in the road blues. For Euclid, they started with Gary Simpson, Noah Mitchell, Davion Young, Lamont Stewart, and Gerard Richardson.
Lorain coached by Matt Killian and assisted by David Rossitano. It's Euclid ball in the full court. Lots of pressure from Lorain right now. And Euclid gets by into the rim and draws the foul. That can't happen, Rob, if we're going to come out on top tonight.
That's right, and the basket and the foul, yep. Jaleel Little commits the foul and the basket. Nice job by Stewart being aggressive. You know how the Lorain freshmen were really aggressive at the start of that game?
Yes.
I feel that it's the other way at the start of this one.
Yes.
The Euclid JV kids are kind of taking it to Lorain.
Yeah, tide needs to shift a little here. And so here we are on defense, matched up in a man. And nice offside cut to the basket for the layup.
Robert Davis makes the basket for Lorain.
Look, Euclid turnover and no dice on the offensive play.
But the Titans will take it out.
Brooks inbounding for Lorain. Cross keep Hicks. Ball's out on the top, back to the right corner to Brooks. Brooks up for 3, it's short. Euclid board. And Euclid will attack, gets inside again, Rob.
Yeah, they're not stopping the ball. You got to stop the ball.
Missed the layup, though. And the Lorain comes out with it.
Yeah, speaking of the Titans defensively, they've got to get better.
Ball's up and in, and we're going to go to the line for the three-point attempt. This is Marquay Black-Wright, and it's 8-all right now.
Fast-paced, high-scoring, up and down ball game. You see Marquay Blackwright make that move to the basket, and he's fouled by Lamont Stewart. And a good job by Blackwright that time, being left-handed. He had the angle, and he worked his body to draw the foul.
And he finishes the three-point play, and the Titans on top for the first time. It's 9-8. Blackwright doing a good job of keeping his man in front of him. Ball's on the elbow, back to the right side. From the elbow, it's short, Lorain board, and we're gonna get a foul there, or yes, we have a foul. Official indicates the foul is in against Euclid.
Substitution for the Titans. I don't have a 33 on my JV roster.
Good save over to the middle, though, to Euclid. You want to do that if you're going to save away from their basket, but you got to have an offensive man to come get it.
Gerard Richardson with the basket.
Brooks at the top, entry pass, and yep, we're going to draw the foul as well as making the basket. So we're going back to the line again. Marquay Blackwright is. And let's see if he can connect on this three-point play.
He was fouled by Gary Simpson. You'll watch it there. There's Brooks penetrating, passing, and then the finish. Anytime your guard penetrates, good things are going to happen, Cheryl. And
right.
when Brooks penetrates, that breaks down the defense.
And Blackwright misses that one. It's 11-10, though. Titans lead. Off the glass, no good. And we got 6 guys on the floor. And jump ball whistled. Possession arrow is going to go to, who is it, Rob?
You're going to go with Lorain.
Lorain.
Cheryl, if the Titans want to win this game, they've got to get a lot better defensively.
Yes.
Euclid getting a lot of easy looks.
Euclid in the half-court defense. So they're going to make us go through their half-court defense. Ball screen. Ball for 3 off the back of the rim, and it's going to be off a Lorain guy.
Euclid basketball. You know, one of the benefits of these big crowds has been that the Lorain kids have played in front of JV kids I'm talking about.
Yes.
Normally you don't play in front of these bigger crowds, but people know they've got to get here early. So the Lorain JV kids have played in front of big home crowds most of the year. And you just wonder how many big crowds has Euclid played in front of. And if this JV game continues to be close, crowd's going to get into it. They're going to get behind the Lorain kids. And I think that can only benefit them.
Yeah, it makes you mentally tougher.
Right.
So Lorain's Walt, I think, I'm not sure who committed the foul there, but Euclid's 24 took a really hard foul and fall. It's 11-10 for 3 from Euclid, no good. Ball goes long. Brooks will flip it out to himself, and we got a whistle on the play. Fouls on 24.
For Euclid?
Mm-hmm. Lorain
Gary
will inbound.
Simpson.
Simpson was the guy that was fouled on the last play, and he's going to come out. He's been holding his back.
Brandon Sturgill coming in for the Titans. There you see the replay. Deshaun Brooks being fouled by Gary Simpson.
His brother Justin Sturgill played in the freshman game. Ball on top, and Little's hands over to the left side to Sturgill, back to Little. Ball to the right wing, attack the basket, up, no good, it's short. And Lorain ball underneath,
Lorain.
yes. Yep. Turnover on the entry pass. Euclid ball on the right side. Skipped over to the left side. From the left wing for 3, it's no good. Lorraine's Davis comes up with it, and Sturgill's going to get fouled hard. I didn't see a play on the ball, Rob.
Ravion Marks gets called for the foul. As you can watch Sturgill drive. Ravion Marks definitely goes through him.
Yeah, no play on the ball. I say intentional foul, but the officials didn't see that. Brandon will shoot for Lorain.
Don't forget your JV officials also did the freshman game.
They're just getting warmed up.
One way of thinking.
Sturgill connects on the first of two. It's 12-10, biggest lead of the night for Lorain. And second one, no good. Lorain rebound, though, offensive. We're up from the left side and count the jumper.
Robert Davis got it from Marquay Black right.
Euclid quick with the ball, Rob.
They are, and they got a foul here on the Titans. And as fast as the freshman game, this one's going to be slow because creating a lot of fouls here early in this game.
9 fouls whistled already in the first quarter. 2:26 remains. Double team. Euclid splits over to the left side on the skip. It looked like a travel to me, and nope, we're going to get a jump ball whistle from the official. Ball will be inbounded on the baseline. Back in the game is Deshaun Brooks. Euclid under their own. Ball's at the top. Off the glass and in.
That is Ravion Marks.
Got to stop that penetration.
Yeah, Lorain hasn't done that tonight yet.
Nope. 14-12 Lorain. 2 cutters go through, 3 cutters. Ball reversed to the opposite side. Brandon Sturgill from the top over to the left side to Brooks. No good. And not a jump ball. Looks like it's going to be a foul assessed against Lorain. That foul is going to be assessed against Jaleel Little. That's 10 fouls tonight, 5 per team. Euclid will inbound.
Yeah, one or both these teams might be in the bonus before the end of the quarter.
Yep, Sturgill creates the turnover. Brooks up and in. Nice athletic move right there. It's good basketball.
Yeah, and a good job with his body of being able to split that defense, find the seam, and make the basket.
Hard to the basket, soft on the glass. Ball's out to the perimeter, down to the baseline corner for Euclid, up, and it's too long. Another whistle.
It's going to be out of bounds.
We stepped out of bounds,
yeah.
Yep. Euclid ball.
For the Titans, coming back in is Walter Turner. Also coming back in for the Titans, Robert Davis.
It's 16-12, Lorain's lead 4. Euclid gets it in.
Nice
Cut
block
to the
by
basket.
Brooks.
Yep, good stop there, altering the shot. Off the hands of Brooks. It's the Lorain ball. Brooks from the top over to the left side. Back to the top. Brooks again, up and not good this time, but he'll draw the foul and go to the line.
That foul that time on Mantrice Robertson. He's a junior for Euclid. Again, the Panthers come into this ball game at 9-8 overall.
That one's short.
They are coached by Javier Collins.
Second free throw from Brooks is up and good. 17-12. Brooks will take a seat. Entering the game is David Ramos. trap on the ball from Lorain. And that'll force a turnover. That was good pressure that time. And Euclid jumps in the passing lane for the steal, attacks the basket for 2, count it.
Good job by Lamont Stewart, got the steal, got under control, made the basket. So 3-point Titan lead, late stages, first quarter.
We're under 10, 6 seconds remain, Titan ball. 3, 2, and we got a whistle with 2.5 seconds remaining. And a technical foul is going to be assessed. It was a little late, Rob.
I told you we had
the
to get
reaction from the crowd. Ooh, on the slam.
I told you we had to get a team in the bonus before the end of the quarter, because that technical foul is also a personal foul.
It is, and that makes 7. Yeah.
And you know what that makes? A long second quarter.
We're going to earn our money tonight. So Marquay Blackwright is the guy that will shoot the free throws for Lorain for the technical.
Titans up by 3 with 2.5 seconds to go first quarter.
First one is no good.
Maybe it's just me, Cheryl. I've always thought it's harder for players to shoot free throws when nobody's in the lane around them. It's different.
I loved to shoot free throws. When there was a technical, I'd say, me, pick me.
That's because you just wanted to shoot.
I did. I didn't always get picked.
I heard your next assist will be your first. No? That's what I heard.
You're
that's
funny.
a scouting report on you, Cheryl.
That's it. It's too bad I can't play anymore. It's 19-14. It was tight there, and Lorain pulls ahead by 5 here with just in the last minute.
Well, that's a big call right there.
That's a big call.
And if they could somehow get a basket here at the
foul, technical, and we regain possession. So as long as we don't turn this over, we're going in at least ahead by 5. And we'll get a shot up and no good. So we're going to end the quarter 19-14, the Titans on top. We'll take a brief break to bring you messages from our sponsors, and we'll be back with the second quarter in just a few.
Have you ever bought a car and then realized you couldn't afford it? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. Don't be insane. At Credit Max Auto, you can get a really great car with a payment you can't afford. Visit us at creditmaxauto.com.
One of my biggest passions in life is animals. That's why I've worked with Morris Animal Foundation for over 40 years. Morris Animal Foundation is a world leader in helping animals live longer, healthier lives. You can too. Just show your support at morrisanimalfoundation.org.
To help cats, dogs, horses, and wildlife live healthier lives, visit morrisanimalfoundation.org, where we are advancing science that will create a healthier tomorrow for animals.
Welcome back to TV 20. Second quarter just starting. This is JV basketball action. Lorain has the possession to start out the second quarter as they lead by 5, 19-14 over Euclid. Ooh, wide open cutter there we missed, but we're going to catch cutter 2. That was Charles Pierre Lewis with the missed basket. Lorain will inbound underneath their own. Pierre Lewis also plays varsity, so this is his first quarter of the evening. And wow, did we get a foul there?
No foul, and out of bounds to Euclid.
So Brooks loses control. Euclid with the ball. Looks like we're back in a 1-3-1, Rob.
Yep, 1-3-1, three-quarter court trap.
Yep, we're going to push the ball to the sides. Ball's in the corner, and we hope they jack up a long shot from the corner. They don't patiently get it to the elbow. Rebound Euclid. We got to do a better job rebounding.
Sometimes it's hard to rebound out of a zone, Cheryl.
It sure is. In a 1-3-1, you want to get hope they take that long shot from the corner and, of course, miss it, because long shots lead to long rebounds, and then you're able to get off and running. Good pressure from Lorain. Euclid regains, but trying to sort it out offensively. We got a whistle from the official. I think Euclid steps on the sideline.
We get a timeout for the Panthers here with 6:04 to go in the first quarter, or first half, I'm sorry.
I think this is the first timeout.
Lorain took one earlier, first timeout for Euclid. 6:04 to go in half, and the Panthers lead by 5.
Lorain in the 1-on-1 situation, and Euclid almost in a 1-on-1.
Yeah, Euclid will be the next foul that
6
Lorain commits.
versus 8 fouls, yes.
Again, this big-sized crowd filing in because a little bit later on we're going to have senior night for the varsity team as the Titans play their final home game here of the regular season. As Joe Bach was reminding me earlier today when he called me up, Cheryl, he reminded me that the Titans will have at least one home sectional game, possibly 2, being the change of the format. I always forget
Our
that.
18-0 varsity Titans. Brooks with the ball at the top. Ball's down to the right baseline corner. We got a cutter down to the block. Little bobble pressure from Euclid will force the turnover. Trap from Lorain. Euclid gets it across. Dribble penetration from the left side. Layup missed, and Lorain's out and running wide on the right side toward the basket. Spin move up and in on the reverses. Walter Turner, and that was a beauty.
That was.
The game is speeding up suddenly. Ball's off the rim in the hands of Lorain, and we're out 2-on-1. Ball passed backwards, and that's Turner again. 23-14 from Deshaun Brooks. Looks like Euclid's going to take a timeout. Probably not a bad idea on their part.
Yeah, Coach Javier Collins wants to settle them down, and Titans up by 9 with 5:14 to go in the first half. Gives us an opportunity to tell you about our friends at Credit Max. They're on Erie and Colorado on the east side of Lorain. If you've maybe filed for bankruptcy, possibly gone through a divorce, maybe you lost your job for a little while, and with the tough economy and happen to good people, it's no big deal. You go down to Credit Max, they can help you reestablish your credit, get you a good used car that you can be proud of, get you back and forth to work, get the kids back and forth to school, get you back on your feet, get your credit reestablished. Go see them on Erie and Colorado in Lorain. They've been there since the fall of 2014. Second location in Lorain County. They've been in Elyria since 2010. And what they found was they just weren't getting enough customers from Lorain. So they fought it for 4 or 5 years and then said, why fight it? Let's just buy another location. Did that, and go see them. They'll take care of you.
Our friends at Credit Max.
Joe Bach and Club TV 20 all here tonight in the house. Alexis Sexton, Alondra Reyes, Autumn Sexton, Daniel Lopez, Dominique Bennett, Jamel Lee, Juan Irizarry, all those men and women helping us out tonight. We appreciate all their efforts. They do a great job, the kids with Club TV 20, with all the camera work and everything else. Joe's got them working along with Terry Trout, Bob Schlumbaker. And they do a good job with helping these kids out.
Part of our career tech program here at Lorain High School. It's a great program. Joe Bach does a great job. Euclid for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Brooks with the rebound, around 2 defenders. Ball's up on the right side to Pierre Lewis. Through the key is Lewis, up off the rim, and good. 25-14, the lead to 9 now. 11, I mean. Math teacher can't subtract. Got a ball screen at the top on Pierre Lewis. Doesn't use it. Ball's on the right side, down to the post, off the glass. It's long.
You're the math teacher? Well, you were probably trying to go with that Common Core, so no wonder you couldn't do the quick math.
I didn't write out my answer. That's Deshaun Brooks. 27-14. 4:17 remaining in quarter 2 in the first half.
Titans with a good second quarter, Cheryl. And Euclid is yet to score in this second quarter. They've been shut out.
I think we've got him out of sorts here. That was a Walter Turner with a good shot altering.
Marquay Black right threw the ball away, but the Titans have outscored Euclid 8-0 in the second quarter, Cheryl. And that has increased the lead from 5 to 13.
So you got to wonder what happened in the huddle between the first and second quarter. Coach Killian motivating his group. It's 27-14 Euclid ball in the half court. Lorain in a man-to-man. They've got 2 posts high. Got a handoff to the post. Handoff back to the guard. Similar offenses too, Rob. Euclid will kick it out, go for the long ball. It's no good, long off the back of the rim. Lorain rebound, and here comes Pierre Lewis with the bounce pass inside, and look at that. Beautiful pass, cross court from Pierre Lewis. First shot missed, but second one is in. It's good offense from the Titans.
Titans have outscored them 10-0 in the second quarter.
Yep, and there's another turnover, and here we go again. Ball's ahead to Pierre Lewis. He'll flip it back. Great athleticism from Charles Pierre Lewis.
And what I like, again, we saw it in the freshman game. We're seeing it in this game. I know we're going to see it in the varsity game. The unselfishness of these guys, and they pass off good shots to get a teammate to get a better shot.
You got to love that as a coach. We're in a 1-3-1 now. Usually we fall back into a man, but it looks like we're going to stay in the 1-3-1, at least on that possession.
Cheryl, you've been around long enough. You know that
a long time.
Most times right after a game, what's the first thing the kids do in the locker room? They want to know how many points they scored, individually. You don't get that sense with these Lorain
And the
kids.
response from most coaches is, doesn't matter what you have, it matters what we have.
That's true.
So, Euclid will put it back in. Lots of presence of Lorain defenders there, though. And finally, Euclid reverses the ball. Attacks from the baseline corner, and that's good. That's number 10 for Euclid.
Lamont Stewart.
Yep. Lorain quickly getting the ball up. Nice stutter step move from Pierre Lewis. He'll draw the foul.
And that foul on the Euclid Panthers will be on Gary Simpson.
So Pierre Lewis will go to the line for the first time.
Other than Robert Davis, everybody else on this Lorain team is a sophomore. Davis, the only junior. The Euclid roster, you've got several juniors that they're playing at the JV level. So that's another thing. These Lorain kids are beating a team that, for the most part, is a year older than they are.
With more experience, you would think. It's 30-16. Pierre Lewis connects on the first one. He'll shoot the second. Euclid has 19 fouls here in the first half. That ball wobbles around the rim and falls in for Pierre Lewis. I'm not sure if we put that point up on the board. Long ball, no good. Rebound, Euclid, back out to the perimeter. Boy, right now the Titans just amping up their presence defensively. Lewis will miss, but he's followed up with the rebound by Robert Davis. Yep.
Good hustle by Davis. So never assume that your teammate's going to make the shot.
Yep.
Always run.
15-footer, no good for Euclid. Rebound, Euclid, up and in the 10-footer.
And for the Euclid
22.
Panthers that time is Gerard Richardson.
I love how quickly we inbound and get the ball up the floor on offense. And nice cut to the basket. That's an assist from Charles Pierre Lewis to David Ramos. The one thing we could probably do a little better in the half court defensively is jumping to the ball so that we can get between the ball and our man.
Much better defense in the second quarter than in the first when Euclid was getting away from the Lorain players. Lorain's done a much better job. We're going to get a look at that last assist to Ramos.
That's our seventh foul.
Basket. As you see the replay here on WLCS TV 20. Cheryl Joe makes these fancy monitors, puts them all together for us, so we're
supposed to use them.
Yeah, he didn't do it just to see if he knew how to do it.
Offensive rebound for Euclid.
Yeah, that's Gerard Richardson with the rebound. I think you're going to get a delay of game warning there on the Panthers for touching the ball after it came out of the basket.
If that happens again and they're whistled for it, it's a technical foul. And Rob, I would oftentimes act like lackadaisically I was knocking the ball out of bounds.
Okay.
Unintentionally, I would say.
I got you.
And eventually referees catch on to that, but it's a good way to slow down the offense.
Right.
And allow your teammates to set up on defense.
It's like the Panthers are in a zone here, Cheryl.
Yes, they are. Long ball, no good. Rebound, Lorain. That's blocked. Euclid will come out with it. Ball's up the middle over to the left side, and looks like it should be an easy layup, and it is. It was good ball transition from Euclid there. Lorain up the floor quickly.
Again, they're going too fast. They
Yes.
don't need to do that.
No. Ooh, I think I saw a foul, but no whistle. It's going back to the Lorain side.
I'd like to see if Euclid's going to stay in his zone. Again, Chavis comes back
Patience.
in. Patience, and you've got the lead. There's under a minute to play. Take the last shot if they want to sit back or force. They're in a zone for a reason,
Yep.
meaning they don't want to play a man-to-man. So if they won't come out and attack you, then sit and wait. If they come out, then you've got them in the man, then break them down.
Should be one possession left. We're under 30 seconds. We're going to dribble the ball at the top and tease the defender to come out.
Coach Killian tells offense what he wants them to do here.
Pierre Lewis has the ball on the right side. Ball's back to the top to Brooks. Jalil Little will handle from the top. Ball's over to the left corner. We're going to enter that one inside, and we bobble it, but Pierre Lewis gets a handle on it, regains possession, and we can't get that last shot off. But nevertheless, it's 35-22 at the half. Lorain leads, and we'll be back after our halftime show and messages from our sponsors with the second half.
Is magic really magic? If a deal is too good to be true, well, don't be fooled. There is no magic. Credit Max Auto has a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
And we're back from Lorain High with JV basketball action. It's 35-22. Lorain on top, third quarter just starting. These are 7-minute quarters, and we've got an early whistle. I'm guessing the foul's against Euclid? No, it's against Lorain.
Yeah, it's on the, hang on, I was doing a little varsity homework.
I think it's against Robert Davis.
It is.
Yeah. So Euclid will inbound underneath their own. Little up and under, off the glass, and in. The lead now, 11 for Lorain. Pierre Lewis on the left side reverses back to the top, but Euclid will send a defender right through the passing lane, and that leads to an easy layup. Points go up on the wrong side on the board, I just noticed. I'm guessing the folks at the scorer's table are fixing it. Ball's on the left side, on the right side for the Titans, reverse back to the top safely this time. Over to Pierre Lewis on the left. A lot of physicality on the inside. Pierre Lewis will penetrate and dish, and that is good. Robert Davis with the bucket. 39-26. Ball bobbled, saved by Euclid. Pressure from Lewis, ball screen. Double at the top, ball's over to the right side with little risky action there. Doesn't pay off for Lorain, and Euclid consequently gets a layup. It's 37-28 now. 5:39 left in the quarter. These are 7-minute quarters. The 7th and 8th grade level, you're at 6-minute quarters. At the varsity level, you're at 8. Good patience from Lorain to reverse the ball. Ball back to Pierre Lewis on the left side. He'll square up, skip over the top. Nice touch pass on the inside. The offensive rebound for Lorain will give Marquay Black the basket. And Black will commit the foul on the shot. So Euclid's going to go to the line and shoot 2. Lots of fouls in this game tonight, Rob.
Yep. Marquay Black Wright picks up that foul. 2 on Lorain this half. Titans lead by 11 in just under 5 minutes. See the replay as they got it into Robert Davis earlier.
Yep.
Missed it, and Marquay Black-Wright with the rebound. Kerry Simpson makes the free throw. Chavis comes back in for the Titans.
Pierre Lewis will sit down. Or not. Nope. Just coming over to get direction from Coach Killian. 10-point lead for Lorain. First free throw is up and in. Second free throw. Up
made
and
them
in.
both, yep. Zone defense here for the Panthers, 1-3-1.
We got a whistle.
Yeah, away from the ball. They were battling inside. Marquay Black-Wright, and he was fouled by Noah Mitchell.
Really physical in there right now. Lorain will inbound underneath its own.
You know, at the varsity level, as you know, Cheryl, you get 3 referees. At the freshman and JV, still 2. So sometimes,
And the same ones.
and sometimes at this level, with only 2 refs, you can get away with more stuff away from the ball.
Oh, yeah.
But not that time.
And sometimes at this level, they let you get away with a little bit more.
True.
Little floater from Pierre Lewis is good. 41-30. Lorain back in a man. Long ball for Euclid is good from the left baseline corner.
That's Gary Simpson with the 3 ball. You got to get out there on him.
Little at the top over to the right side to Pierre Lewis. Post action, nobody's open in there. Ball reversed to the left side to Brooks. Brooks penetrates, dishes, and we got a turnover. Euclid ball.
Well, I thought that one went off of Euclid, but the officials
did
didn't
too.
see it that way. Coach Killian asking about it. I'll tell you what, it's a good start to the third quarter for Euclid. They have outscored the Titans 11-6 to open up the third quarter.
Yeah, 3:53 remaining in quarter 3. Penetration up and under, no good. Little with the rebound. Marquay Black-Wright will get his own rebound back. Pierre Lewis will reverse the ball to the top. The 15-footer, no good for Little. Euclid will rebound. And the ball's out, and Pierre Lewis will jump in the passing lane. It's still Euclid ball.
You know, you can't telegraph your passes. You've got to either fake, or if you're going to pass, then get rid of it in a hurry, because the speed of the players are.
Well, I like to tell my players, you go until you're stopped. Keep going until someone stops you.
Yeah, don't give up your dribble.
Yep.
Right. Lamont Stewart back in for Euclid. We saw him earlier. You know how
defending.
You know how you know which one's Lamont Stewart?
How do you know?
Look at the orange shoes. Look how many guys have orange shoes.
Rashad Berry wears orange sometimes.
Well, he's not in this game. I'm talking about out there right now.
We're going to see him soon enough, right after our senior night festivities, which are coming up after this game. Lorain inbounding against no pressure, and
see, I'm trying to give you all these little tricks
here.
all these tricks to the trade. You've got one guy in orange shoes, so orange shoes. Lamont Stewart.
Zone offense for Lorain. Little to Brooks, back to Little. Over to the right side to Davis. I'm sorry, to Turner. Back to Little. Looking for the defense to make a mistake on the reversal so we can attack, I'm sure. There's Brooks inside. Up off the glass, it's short off the hands of Chavis. Marquay Wright attacks. Lots of rebounds for Lorain here. Let's get a bucket, guys. And ball pops out in favor of Euclid. They'll slow things down. Nope, they're going to the basket on a stutter step off the glass. No good. Here comes Brooks. And Brooks will stutter step himself up off the rim. It's short. Marquay Black-Wright will get that board and stick it back in off the glass and in. 43-33, and the timeout is Lorain's.
2:17 to go in the third quarter. They take a timeout. Each team with 3 remaining as you get a look at Coach Killian, Coach Rossitano, talking strategy with the Titans who are up by 10.
And we mentioned earlier a lot of fouls this game, but those have slowed down a bit. There's only 2 on each team right now.
You know as well as I do, as much basketball as you've seen and coached in your career. sometimes the halves go opposite. You have a lot of fouls in the first half.
Yep.
Opposite in the second half. If there's no whistles in the first half, they're going to blow them in the second half.
Yep, probably a point of emphasis in the locker room.
Yes.
As a coach, I usually have 3 or less points of emphasis that I work on with my team. And today, for the Titans, I would have said, stop fouling. Would have been a point of emphasis.
But I think what you're also saying is we see a replay here. What you're saying is, the teams get together in the locker room, obviously go over things with the coaches. I don't know how many fans realize that during that 10 minutes, the officials also go into the locker room, and they're talking about what they saw, what they might need to do, that type of thing. They're talking over what is going to change in the second half.
Lorain and a man jumps out, doesn't play with proper cushion, but comes out with the rebound, and here comes Brooks at the basket, up, over, and in.
Well, that time Brooks was did a really good job of being aggressive and going right to the basket instead of fading away.
What a beautiful stride he has.
Yes.
Brooks again at the basket, reverse layup, it is good. 14-point lead for Lorain, biggest one of the night. Trap at the top, ball gets reversed to the corner, off the glass, rolls off the rim, Lorain rebound. Here comes Little. We've got a technical against the Euclid bench. And I'm guessing it's the assistant coach on the bench, not the head coach is standing.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 2 shots. Looks like Charles Pierre-Louis is going to get free throw duties.
You can tell Coach Collins, the head coach, who's standing up, not happy with his assistant.
Not happy.
So.
Nope, doesn't look like Charles is going to shoot. It's Chavis will shoot for Lorain. It's a technical foul, so all players are supposed to be behind the half-court line. Pierre-Louis needs to get back. Here goes the second free throw, and that one no good. Lorain will regain possession as well, retain possession. Inbound from the side on the Lorain side of the court. That was a bench technical, and I'm pretty sure that the coach has to be seated, but they haven't told him that yet. He is still standing.
Yeah,
ball gets reversed back to the top.
I don't know that rule.
Yep.
I know if it's on the head coach, he definitely has to. Not sure. I don't know if I remember.
No, it's your coaching staff is part of you. The staff is the staff. It doesn't matter who gets the technical. And long ball is good for Euclid.
Well, and maybe it wasn't on the assistant coach is my point, because they haven't gone over and said anything to him. It could have been on a player, could have been on a player on the bench. I'm not sure.
It's 48-36. We're under 40 seconds remaining in the third. This quarter's gone by fast, Rob.
It has. The good thing about being up here, Cheryl, where we're at, you get a great vantage point of the game. It's fantastic to be where we are. The bad point of being right here is some things happen on the floor that we don't know.
That's right.
Because we're not right there, and we're not privy to what's happening out there.
Right now, I know Little has the ball, and Lorain says, come out and guard us. We're going to wear this clock down and get the last shot.
You and I can figure that out. Yep.
Well, I heard a little buzzer on the clock, but the officials did not replicate that, so you keep playing. There's 4 seconds remaining. 3 ball up, off the rim. Tip in is good.
Robert Davis at the buzzer.
At the buzzer. 14-point lead for Lorain. It's 50-36. We've just finished out 3, and we'll be back with the 4th in a few minutes.
Why do you let car dealers treat you like you're stupid? Just because you've had credit problems doesn't mean you're stupid. Credit Max Auto treats you with dignity and respect. We have a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.
Hi, I'm Kevin Sorbo asking you to invest in the future. A World Fit for Kids is the best way I know to spread health, fitness, and education to our children.
Join our team. Log on now to worldfitforkids.org.
Help make this world
a world without obesity. A world where kids are ready to learn. A world where kids are healthy.
This is my world.
It's 50-36, 4th quarter just starting. Lorain possession. The lead is 14. Little to Lewis, down to the corner. This is Chavis, back to Lewis. Here Lewis at the top, directing everything. Ball's over the right side to Black right. Back to Little, down to the baseline. Reverse back to the elbow, shots no good. Rebound Lorain up, and Chavis no good. Rebound Euclid this time, and yep, we're gonna get assessed with the foul. Reaching in, that's Robert Davis committing the foul.
You like seeing that Lorain's that aggressive.
Yep.
At least I do. I have no problem with that foul. You've only committed 3 team fouls, so it's not a. You like maintaining that aggressiveness.
1-3-1 for Lorain. Pierre Lewis at the top, pushing the ball over to the side for the trap. There's the trap. The takeaway reversal. Leave the furthest man from the ball open. Although Euclid does a good job of bringing that guy over to the elbow.
Coach Collins saw his player was in trouble, tried to get the timeout called. They didn't see it, and they turned the ball over.
Lorain ball. Little. No open man there. That was a bad turnover. Leads to a layup for Euclid.
Gary Simpson
bad possession
with the steal and the layup.
Ball back to Little. Little to the baseline. Ball to the opposite side. This is Pierre Lewis.
Now the Titans have to know.
Balls to the elbow. 15-footer up, and it rolls out. No good.
The Titans need to know Euclid's going to be aggressive defensively because they're down a lot.
Yep, 3 ball up and count it. That's his second 3, yeah?
It is, and that's Lamont Stewart.
And Euclid cuts the lead for Lorain to 9. Pierre Lewis bringing it up for the Titans.
So see if the Titans can get something backdoor because Euclid's really aggressive right now on defense.
Robert Davis back and gets the ball in the hands of Jaleel Little. Pierre Lewis from the left wing. Bounce pass to the elbow. Davis will send it to the right side. Ball's coming to the top. This is Marquay Black right, over to the right side to Lewis. And looks like Lewis is going to step on the sideline. That's a violation, and the ball's going to go to Euclid on the inbound.
Got to know where you're at on the floor, and you're the home team. You've played here all. That shouldn't happen to Lorain.
Checking in the game is Brooks and Turner.
That can happen to Euclid. They haven't played here, but that should not happen to the Lorain kids on your last home game of the year.
9-point lead for the Titans. It's Euclid ball. 4:51 remains. Ball goes to the elbow. Euclid's looking for the backdoor cut on the bounce pass. Ball's on the left wing. There's a backdoor cut right there. Lorain has to keep vision of their man. You got to keep your man in front of you and know where he is. Not let your man dive to the basket. That's going to lead to Euclid layups. Lorain ball on the turnover. Brooks at the top. Ball's over to the right side. Still on the right side. On the midline. Lots of pressure from Euclid. From the right side, no good. Rebound Lorain. Bottom of the glass and down. Euclid's coming out with it. Bounce pass in the key, entered, up, no good. Lorain's battling, comes down with the rebound. That's Robert Davis. We got a whistle and a foul.
Pick your Panther here. Could be one of two players.
Panther.
Yep, and that is going to be Ravion Marks will get called for that foul. Mantrice Robertson was also in there.
4 minutes remaining. What do you do, Rob? Do you press or do you stay back?
Am I talking about Euclid or?
Euclid.
Oh, yeah. You got to get aggressive. You got to get after them and try to cause some turnovers.
They choose to stay in the half court.
Speed Lorain up.
Ball entered to the post. Nice little turnaround jumper from Walter Turner. Off the glass and in. Lorain pressuring. 3-quarter court mark. Ball's on the right side. And another whistle. Hand checking, Rob?
I believe so. And that one's going on Robert Davis. Just the 4th team foul. Each team with 4 team fouls, so that's not, you'll see right here, Davis will get called for that hand check.
When you get to 5, then you start getting a little worried.
Yep, as Gerard Richardson was driving in.
Euclid from under their own. Cross court pick. Roll down from the elbow is good.
We cut it to single digits, Cheryl, with 3.5 minutes to play.
52-43. Three-point attempt is good. That's Walter Turner for 3 for Lorain. It's 55-43. Back to the 12-point lead. So single digits to 12 quickly.
And we've got a timeout on the floor for Euclid. And that will leave them with 2. So, Cheryl, while we've got a minute, one more time, we want to tell the people of Lorain who are watching tonight on WLCS TV 20 that Credit Max is new to Lorain. Came in the fall of 2014, and one of the things they want to do is support the local community. So they have become a sponsor of sports on WLCS TV 20. And their statement's pretty simple. What they want to do is get you in a car that you can be proud of, and a car that you're going to be able to drive for a few years. You can reestablish your credit. It's going to be a good car that you can be proud of, and you can get it back and forth to work. It's not going to break down on you, every month. They're not going to stick you in a $800 car payment that you can't afford or whatever. They're going to take care of you, take time to learn about you, find out why you're in the situation you're in, and then find 2 or 3 different cars for you to pick from, and find the one that you like. And it's really pretty simple. It's a win-win. So.
And I hear these aren't hoopties, Rob. I hear these are nice, clean, used cars that are affordable.
Joe Bach is a car guy. I am not. Joe Bach is a car guy. And when Joe Bach, we took him there, and he was very, very impressed. And believe me, Joe knows cars. I don't pretend to. But he was very impressed.
Joe knows cars. Joe knows technology. Joe knows basketball. Joe knows.
He does.
See our friends at Credit Max. A kick is illegal in basketball. It's going to be Euclid ball. It was good defense, though. 55-43. Maybe illegal, but it's still a stop. Brandon Sturgill on the ball, applying pressure. And Little jump in the passing lane. It's off his hands, though. Euclid retains possession. 3:09 remains. 12-point lead for the Titans. And we got a 5-second call. That's good defense from the Titans. So Titans will inbound from the same spot. Score stands 55-43, 3:09 remaining.
Excellent defense by Lorain. You're right, Cheryl. It's not easy to draw a 5-second call, and they were able to do that.
Because every single player has to be playing good defense.
Right.
Not sure what to do with it there as Walter Turner, and that gets thrown out of bounds. So Euclid gets that back. You don't want to see that after such a great defensive play and such a great team effort to come down and turn the ball over so easily. Euclid will inbound from the opposite side of the floor.
Charles Pierre Lewis comes in for Walter Turner.
Yep.
Euclid with a substitution. Davion Young, who started the ball game, comes back in. Rayvon Marks is going to take a seat on the bench.
Ball entered up the left side. Attacking the paint. Turnover. Here comes Little over to Pierre Lewis on the left side. Ball back to Little. Little off the glass, rolls out. Rebound Euclid. They're out and running, and we got a reaching foul. I think that's against Deshaun Brooks. Yep, it is.
Not a bad foul, though, because they're not in the bonus.
But we're at 5.
But it also took away a layup that Euclid would have had.
Yes,
so
yes.
Not a bad.
We're at 5. Now we start to get worried as a coach. We don't want any more because we don't want to get to 7. 2:43 remains.
Titans are up by 12, so it's a 4-possession game.
Yep. No harm. Ball screen, point guard doesn't use it, reverses to the left side. Attacking the basket, but blocked from Marquay Wright. Another turnover from Euclid. Here comes Little against pressure. Little penetrates, dishes to the corner to Lewis. Lewis is going to bring it out. Smart choice.
Yeah, very
Ball
good decision.
Is at the top.
I think he had Matt Killian, his head coach, in his ear, and he pulled the ball back out.
Well, Charles plays varsity too, so he's a little more seasoned. He's probably the veteran on the floor that you're looking to for leadership. He's going to attack the basket. That one's short. Euclid will come out with it. It's 1-on-1 against Brooks. Brooks needs to get his hands up and challenge that without fouling. Basket's good.
Gary Simpson with a return made that basket.
It's 55-45. The lead is 10. Lorain ball. Brooks at the top. Off the glass, too hard. Here comes Euclid. And Pierre Lewis will block that, but the ball goes back to the possession of Euclid. Long ball from the left baseline corner. It's short. Pierre Lewis with the rebound.
Now
and he's going to slow things down. That's that leadership we're talking about.
Minute and a half to go.
1:30, yep.
You're up by 10. You don't need baskets. You need to milk the clock.
We're in a spread, Rob.
Well, and Euclid in a problem here because it's an over and back violation. Euclid's problem is they've only committed 4 fouls, so they have to foul 3 times before they can put Lorain at the line.
Pierre Lewis knew exactly what the team needed to do. Unfortunately, he stepped on that line, which was over and back, and he also had that side out where he stepped on the sideline. That's 2 unforced turnovers there. Charles is going to come out.
And he was very close. I mean, if he's wearing size 12s, I think if he's got 11 and a half, then it's not an over and back. But
David Ramos is in the game on defense, and that's a hand checking. David's got his hand on the offensive player hip. That's another point of emphasis this year for officials.
The only thing you don't want to do here is foul, and you're stopping the clock and fouling, and that's what the Titans don't want to do.
Yep, which sends Euclid to the line, and this is where they gain points and close the lead. If they missed the first one, which is good. 1:16 remaining.
See the hand check by Ramos.
Yep.
You're right, he's riding them the entire way.
Yep. Got to get ahead of his man. Ball's up, we got a battle, and we're on the line. Ball will go to Lorain. So Lorain inbounding from the Euclid end. Euclid's now in a press. I think they should have put this on sooner, but I'm not the coach. Lots of pressure. Let's see how we handle this, Rob. Keep going until your stop. There you go. That corner right there, though, is dangerous. No trap action, though, from Euclid. Lorain's in a spread. Coach Killian directing traffic. Ramos has the ball on the left wing. He'll dribble it to the top. Ball's inside. It's a little deep from sort of in the dead spot. Do we have a turnover? Ooh, we do. Euclid ball. 48.5 remaining in the game. If you're just joining us, this is JV basketball action. We're bringing you a triple header today. We'll be airing this game, the JV game, as well as the freshman game that was played earlier, and you'll be able to catch the varsity game here on WLCS TV 20. Or if you don't have cable TV in Lorain, you can catch us on YouTube. Lorain Schools TV 20. Pierre Lewis with the rebound, but he's going to get fouled.
But this one's going to go to the Titans. They're up by 10 with the ball, 22 seconds to go.
I'm sorry, that's Carlos Chavis that got rebound. That wasn't Pierre Lewis with the rebound.
So
Pierre Lewis is not in.
The point you made earlier stays true, Cheryl, that the freshmen in the JV remain undefeated at home. So all three programs.
That's not an easy feat.
All 3 programs undefeated at home. That's impressive.
Yeah. 4 across on the press breaker.
That'll help sell tickets too,
we got
Cheryl.
a 5-second count there with 22 remaining. If you look at the crowd, I don't think ticket sales are a problem, Rob. We are packing them in Lorain.
What I'm saying is it helps sell tickets when all your programs are undefeated here in front of the home crowd.
I know Mr. Corey was wishing we had a bigger gym, but that's coming soon with the new facility project and the new high school.
Yeah, they could have used it this year. That would have brought in some more money.
Wow. And off the glass and in for Euclid. 55-47, 12 seconds remaining. Pressure is there from Euclid. Not sure if they're going to foul. We don't need to shoot. 4, 3, 2. We're going to dribble it out. 1, and that's going to do it from Lorain High School. The Lorain High JV Titans win 55-47 and remain undefeated at home and remain in first place in the Lake Erie League.
And that's going to do it for our coverage of junior varsity basketball. You've been watching WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Thanks, Rob, for a great evening. On behalf of myself, Cheryl Bancic, and our producer, cameraman, and director, Joe Bach, have a great evening.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.